iPhone event day is almost here. A little bit late this time around, but that's okay because Apple is about to release their greatest and latest iPhone. Hooray! But they're not only releasing the new iPhone, they're actually releasing 4 new iPhones, all of which are called the iPhone 12. But it's a little bit different than last year because this year Apple are releasing 4 phones instead of 3, and that means in 2020 as a whole they have released 5 iPhones if you count the iPhone SE 2020. They're also doing things a little bit differently because of the sizing and pricing. With iPhone 11, they have released 2 versions, the iPhone 11 and iPhone 11 Pro. And the iPhone 11 Pro was in 2 sizes, the smaller one and the largest one. But the strange thing is, it went from size-wise, iPhone 11 Pro, and then iPhone 11, and then iPhone 11 Pro Max, from smallest to largest, which was strange because the least expensive iPhone was the middle one. And it was a bit confusing because why aren't they the same screen size? And you might not notice that, but yeah, I have noticed it and I thought, well, that's a little bit strange. But this time, Apple are doing something different. They are matching up and standardizing the sizes. So we have, and again, 2 iPhones, one expensive one and one more affordable one, the iPhone 12 and then iPhone 12 Pro. Each are split into 2 sizes. So you'd have the standard iPhone 12 and the standard iPhone 12 Pro, both of which will be coming with a 6.1-inch screen, so they will be the same size. One is with the Pro model and one is the standard model. We'll come back to the difference later on. And the iPhone 12 Pro comes with a Max version, which is even larger than the iPhone 11 Pro Max. And the iPhone 12 non-Pro comes with a smaller one, which is called the iPhone 12 Mini. The Mini name has been floating around in the good old days of Apple with the iPod Mini and so many iPad Mini. And this time we might see it come to the iPhone. Now the difference this year is the iPhone non-Pro and the iPhone Pro version, the features are a bit wishy-washy. Because the difference between the Pro versions and non-Pro versions last year was the screen. The cheaper models had the LCD screen and the more expensive models had the LED screen, and they had that extra camera module. But this year, apparently, all models are coming with 5G, with the same processor, all with LED screens. The only thing that seems to be the difference is the new LiDAR scanner that's coming to the Pro version and one extra zoom module. Which brings me to the other thing, which is price. These are the supposed prices of the new iPhone models. And as you can see, the difference between the models is, well, significant enough, which brings me to the idea of, did Apple do enough with the Pro models for anyone to actually buy them? We'll wait and see. Aside from the material changes between the cheaper one and the more expensive one and the color versions, I guess, what is the selling factor? What is the selling feature that is going to make people buy the Pro version if they both have the LED screens? In the beginning, rumors were that the Pro versions will get the faster refresh rate, the 120 Hz display, but now it seems like that is not happening. So what is the real difference? Is that LiDAR scanner and zoom camera? I don't think that's enough for most people, but we'll see. Apple will announce that actually tomorrow, and that's soon enough for us to know what's the difference between the iPhone 12 Pro and the iPhone 12 non-Pro. Let me know, which one would you be interested in? Would you be interested in the small 5.1-inch, 5.4-inch model? Would you be interested in the medium model 6.1 inches, or would you be interested in the big boy iPhone 12 Pro Max that costs a lot of money for a lot of screen? So during this time of the year, new tech is always being announced or released, and a device that is supposed to be released later this year is it's not the iPhone, it's the PlayStation 5. And recently, Sony had shown a video of their engineer or some guy who works at Sony, they showed the PlayStation off hardware-wise, and they actually broke it down into a tiny, well, multiple pieces, and you can see all the things that make up the PlayStation 5. And by now, we know what the PlayStation 5 looks like, we know what the controller looks like, we know what games will be released on the PlayStation 5, but one interesting thing is the software. We don't know how will the PlayStation 5 look like once you turn it on. No information about the graphical interface, the user interface was shown, and basically all we know is how it looks from the outside. So that's really interesting, and they're being very quiet about it. I wonder if it's still being under development or are they waiting to do a big reveal, but this console is supposedly going to be released very, very soon. So I don't know, when are we going to see that software side of it? But tech in the last stages of any year is very interesting. I would like to call it tech time, where you see all the phones, all the games, and all the hardware being released at the end of the year. Convenient enough for the time, well, Christmas and New Year's. I'm really excited to see what tech companies have to offer at this time of the year. Whether it's Sony, Apple, or other companies. When I see tech, a new tech, being introduced to the market, I'm always excited. And tomorrow we'll see what kind of secrets and features Apple has for their new iPhone lineup. Are you excited? I'm 100% sure that I am. And finally, we'll get to compare this old device with the new iPhone 12.